My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to give you my favorite PrizePicks entry for UFC 289. If you don't know what PrizePicks is, it's daily fantasy. You just come in here, you say more or less than the number you see on the screen, and if you're correct, you can 10 times your money. You could even do the flexible payout option where you get one wrong and still get paid. It's a ton of fun. It's super easy. It's all sports. And they will give you free money to play it. Just go to WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks. Use promo code WWP, and they will instantly match your deposit. You give them 20, they'll give you 20. You give them 100, they'll give you 100. Instantly, no restrictions. Take that free money. Build yourself an entry. WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks. Promo code WWP. Let's jump in. You're going to see this looks a little crazy. What are all these boxing gloves? PrizePicks has more than just UFC. First of all, it's every sport. But even inside of MMA, it's not just UFC. They'll put up Bellator lines and they'll put up PFL. You're seeing a lot of PFL here. They don't have pictures for the PFL lines. We are focused on UFC, so we scroll down, then we'll see those UFC fighters. They got pretty good lines this week. The lines this week are a little tight. They're pretty solid, and we can break down lines for fight minutes, takedowns, fantasy score, and significant strikes. Let's just take a look at fight minutes. What I typically look for is a low line, and then I like to hit the over, or something that basically says it's going to go to decision. I don't think it does. These lines are all super tough. There's nothing here that I could really plant my flag in and say I'm confident. Probably Amanda Nunes over 12.5. I do think this fight goes a couple of rounds. So that's probably a good line, but I'm still not going to touch that. If we go to takedowns, takedowns another one that's a little tricky, right? Miranda Maverick, 2 takedowns. I think that line's a bit of a trap, but it could also be the easiest line in the world. It's very tricky because she's a wrestler. She's fighting a wrestler. Miranda Maverick is an MMA wrestler, meaning she didn't wrestle at any point in her entire life, started fighting, and then is a professional athlete. So she learned new skills, including wrestling. She's fighting Jasmine Jasudavicius, who actually had a wrestling career before MMA. So this is going to come down to who shoots first, and we don't know that. So I'm not going to touch that 2 takedown line. I wish it was like 4 or 5 so I could hit the under, or a half so I could hit the over. So I'm not going to touch that. Mike Malott, he's fighting the wrestler. So I don't know if he's going to get any takedowns or shoot. Beneil Dariush, he may not want to take down Charles Oliveira. So these are all tricky lines, except the Amanda Nunes one. 2 is an interesting number because if she gets 2 takedowns, it's a push. They take it off the board. It's not a win. It's not a loss. If she gets 3, it's a win. If she gets 1 or 0, it's obviously a loss. But I like the 2, the even number, because it is a push. And I do think Amanda's going to wrestle quite a bit. I think she's going to start striking with Irene Aldana. I think she'll get touched a little bit. Irene Aldana's a very solid striker. Even Holly Holm had to shoot takedowns on her. So I think Amanda Nunes is going to lean on her wrestling, get a bunch of takedowns. She just did it in her last fight. She did it when she fought Jermaine Durandamy. So I think she's going to do it in this fight as well. So we're going to do the more on Amanda Nunes takedowns. And then if we go to fantasy score, it's another tricky slate because what I like to do with fantasy score is find out somebody who is juiced that I think actually loses, right? And honestly, I think Corey Lang could win this fight. Miranda Maverick could. I don't think she does, but she could win this fight. Nasruddin Imavov probably does. Mike Malott probably does. Beneil Dariush, I think he wins. So these are all really tough lines. So I'm going to leave these alone. The Amanda Nunes 112 fantasy score. If you think she gets a very early stoppage, then hit that. But for the most part, we're going to leave that alone. So my last 2 legs of this are going to be in the significant strikes. First of all, Maria Oliveira, 77.5. We're going to go more. If you dig through her fight history, she's gotten past that number before. And in this fight, she's fighting somebody who has been out for a year and a half, somebody who also puts up big numbers. And I think it's going to go the full 15 minutes, and I think they're going to be swinging the entire time. So I think she gets past 77.5. We've seen her do it before. And while Diana Belbita will probably try to get a takedown or 2, she's not like this beast wrestler, grappler that can get him whenever she wants. So in all likelihood, this will stay standing. And even in fights where Maria has been taken down, she's gotten past this number before. And then the last one is, where is he? Where's our buddy? Where's the Nasruddin? Here it is. Nasruddin Imavov, 62.5. I like the more there as well because, frankly, this is definitely going to be a striking fight, and it's probably going to go the full 15 minutes. Nasruddin Imavov is a striker. He does work in takedowns occasionally. You can call him a wrestler because he is very effective when he decides to wrestle. But the reality is he's fighting Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis has phenomenal takedown defense. He is not a guy that you're just going to take down. Oh, striking's not going my way. Let me take him down real quick. And if you go through Chris Curtis's fight history, almost every single one of his fights, including the ones where he's gotten stoppages, his opponent has landed this or more. So I do think there's the over here. I like Nassourdimov higher than 62.5 significant strikes. Guys, that is my PrizePicks entry. I've already got that built. Go to wewantpicks.com/PrizePicks. That promo code is WWP. Build your own entry. They will instantly match your deposit. If you win, you have even more free money. If you lose, it was their money. You lost their money, not yours. wewantpicks.com/PrizePicks, promo code WWP. Take the instant deposit match. And if you want, only risk the instant deposit match. Keep your real money. Whatever you want to do. wewantpicks.com/PrizePicks, promo code WWP.